I think one of the reasons that the Yankees are 11-14 and off to a really bad start has been their fundamental baseball play. They've been severely lacking in their fundamental baseball skills. I think they need to get back to training. And I'm not talking about spring training. I mean way back.
The first thing players should know is which way to run the bases. The bases are first base, second base, third base, and home plate. They are to be ran in that order around the infield. Players may only overrun first base and home plate.
Arm strength, quickness, agility, and body control. The essential elements of the winning defensive baseball player.
We'll talk about bunting with Juan Pierre because this man had over 200 career bunt hit.
5 of the best baseball hitting drills for beginners.
I think fans have a right to be upset with how the Yankees have played this season so far. It's not just a not hitting home runs because it's cold outside thing. The Yankees have been playing sloppy baseball. They've been running into outs on the bases. Just this past weekend, Aaron Judge got thrown out at third, Clint Frazier got thrown out at third, and Giancarlo got thrown out at home. You cannot allow that to happen. Those are 3 runs that could have scored if not for foolishness on the bases, and those could have determined a couple of wins this weekend. Fundamental baseball is extremely important, and it stems from the top, not just the manager, but all the way atop the organization as to what they stress as important. Since the days of Babe Ruth, the Yankees have been a long ball-oriented franchise. I get that. It puts fans in the stands. Statistics will show you that if you hit a lot of home runs, you tend to win. But in a season when power is down across the league, especially on your own team, you have got to be able to do the little things that win you a baseball game. Get a bunt down, run the bases well, play good defense, hit situationally based on the pitcher and the defense, hit the cutoff man from the outfield. All of these things can add up. The organizational philosophy seems to have been to put all of the eggs in the basket of scoring runs via walks and homers. Moneyball. Moneyball basically suggests that it doesn't matter how you get on base. That if you draw walks, and you have lots of guys on your roster that can draw walks, and lots of guys that can hit home runs, then you're going to walk a lot of times, and then you're going to hit home runs with men on base. Well, one thing that strikes me this year is the Yankees seem to be hitting most of their home runs with nobody on base. Right now, you're seeing the result of putting too much of an emphasis on Moneyball and not enough on the rest of the game. I'm fine with the Yankees having a home run approach as their main scoring method. That makes sense. But if you're going to do that, you better be able to score and win in other ways, because you're not going to hit home runs every single night. The Yankees have not been able to get bunts down or run the bases or do the little things that win you a ball game. You can improve that, and you can start focusing on it immediately. You can start having the practices on the side. You can reward guys financially for doing little beneficial things to the team other than hitting home runs. There are a lot of ways that you can drive this transformation of your baseball club. But you've got to start right now, because pretty soon it's going to get hot. And the Yankees are going to get hot. They're going to start hitting home runs this summer, and it's going to be really, really refreshing to see the Yankees go on like a 10 or 12 game win streak in June or July, and everybody's going to be singing their praises. But we're going to be right back here in October, and I'm going to be ranting because the Yankees made fundamental errors in playoff games, or they didn't hit with runners in scoring position, or they struck out in key situations, and that's what the Yankees need to fix. The time to fix the roof is when the sun is shining. Unfortunately, the roof is wide open right now and water is gushing in. Patch the damn roof. Learn fundamental baseball. Right now, and rightfully so, one of the main whipping boys for the fans has been Aaron Hicks, the Yankees center fielder. Center field has long been a prodigious position for the Yankees, dating back to Earl Combs and Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio and on to Bernie Williams. Aaron Hicks has an early afternoon batting average of 139. He's 11 for 79. He's got a negative 0.4 wins above replacement this year. He has clearly not been the same since his Tommy John surgery. Yesterday, that throw home was pitiful. Pitiful. He was in mid to shallow center field, And this is a guy who threw 100 miles an hour a couple years ago, and he didn't come close to throwing that runner out. Aaron Hicks can't hit. He's not the same defensive player that he has been. And honestly, I think he'd rather be golfing. I think the Yankees need to figure out a way to get Aaron Hicks off this roster. I don't know how you do it. I don't know who would take that contract. You just got the Rangers to eat $27 million for Rougned Odor. Surely, you can hypnotize some other team into taking some of Aaron Hicks' contract. And by the way, why did you trade Mike Tauchman? The guy was exactly the type of baseball player that you need. A contact-hitting, defensively sound outfielder who was an energetic force. He ran the bases well. I just don't get this organization's philosophy. It's as if this organization doesn't scout their own players. How could you possibly think that Mike Tauchman isn't part of the solution, but that Aaron Hicks is? I don't get it. One place where the Yankees seem to have nailed it was by signing Gerrit Cole. Gerrit Cole is having a monster start to the 2021 season. He's made 5 starts. He's 3-1. He's got a 1.71 earned run average, and in 31 2/3 innings, he's got 50 strikeouts and just 3 walks. Gerrit Cole leads the league in multiple pitching categories right now. His FIP, or fielding independent pitching, which measures his effectiveness at preventing hits, walks, and hit by pitches, and at creating strikeouts, is at 0.72. That's ridiculous. He's allowed just 0.9 walks per 9 and 0.3 home runs per 9, while averaging 14.2 strikeouts per 9, and that's 16.67 strikeouts for every walk. Those numbers are absolutely insane. And hopefully he can have a really good start against the Tigers today. He struggled against the Tigers in spring training, but the Tigers are not off to a great start. Gerrit Cole is dominating. I'm predicting big things from Gerrit Cole tonight. I'm predicting 7+ innings, 12+ strikeouts, and 1 or less run from Gerrit Cole tonight. The Hudson Valley, where I'm from, is known as a UFO hotspot. It's a place where there's been tons and tons of UFO sightings and aerial phenomena that are unexplained over the years, abductions, all that good stuff. Well, yesterday it was announced that they were going to be getting a Martian this summer, that Jasson Dominguez would begin the season with the High A Hudson Valley Renegades. However, those reports have since been retracted, and he will actually begin an extended spring training at the Yankees Tampa facility before moving to Low A. So hopefully we will see Jasson Dominguez in High A in Hudson Valley at some point this summer, though not to begin the season.